shut us down in L.A. Guess where we're going to go next, baby? We never, never, ever let them shut us down, and we know our way around even without there being a name on the street sign, baby. You got it living from that side we call divine, the rock that is the roll, the medicine for your heart and soul, right here at Spring Creek, coming to you from Colorado, don't you know? 9,000 feet high in the Rocky Mountain sky, and baby, this is where we just barely begin to take off and fly. Your day underway here in that coyote sort of way, you betcha. Standing with Standing Rock down in Panama and wherever else we happen to be across this whole wide world, don't you see? On this radio network we call Hazy. You got Grandpa Coyote early in the day. HazyRadio.com, we got it on worldwide from Russia and China on down to LA and on back to New York City, wouldn't you say? And on down to Australia and even the newsies tune in every now and then, maybe, even though we're there in the early wee part of the day, trying to get those folks awakened yesterday and tomorrow day. Oh, darling, we're all getting it underway, aren't we? Right here in that coyote sort of way. Along with our old buddy Okie Kenobi and a whole bunch of angelic and Madonna type friends, and I mean we just got so many of the fine ladies tuning in, and the fine guys that make you girls want to just go home and cry, man, because he's ideal, I can't be real. Oh, Grandpa, no, man. He's been around. He's watched many a season of snow come and go, man. And boy, when it melts down and spring comes around and the ladies get out and start shaking it down, the guys all just melt down right along with the snow, and it's a flood of love, don't you know? All across this dynamic of the earth. Yes, indeedy. All across this land of hazy radio, man. We cover the whole earth. Here on the internet, isn't it awesome? And we can think, do, or say anything we want. We can come out and play anytime, night or day. Oh, babies, it's the coyote thing, man, you know. So ring your ding-a-ling and get right here in the early part of the day with Grandpa Coyote each and every day, Monday through Friday. In that hazy radio sort of way, which means you're getting it clear, dear. Nothing like coming out of the haze in the early part of the day and hear the loons just singing. Oh, don't they just put chills up and down your spine? I mean thrill chills. Loons in the morning, man. That's love coming up from the misty side of life and praising the sun for bringing it on, okay? In the early part of the day. Just like Grandpa and the Coyote Vibe Tribe, wouldn't you say? Oh, dear. HazyRadio.com, we got it on. Sweetest, most expensive kind of love there could ever be, coming from a kind-hearted little old man and his little doggy too, Okie Kenobi, we might add. Oh yeah, you got old granddad, your grandfather of love, man, Grandpa Coyote, coming to you from 9,000 feet high in the Rocky Mountain sky, right here next to Spring Creek, girl and guy, wherever that might be. We never give away the location, cause it's inside of you and me and inside of this reality, man. And the universe knows exactly where the flows begin. That which makes the oceans and the skies and the atmospheres and the firmaments too. That which comes forward in the headwaters of life. The mother love and love of creation right there. And of course, you know, as irony would have it, what's right there beside that first spring at the Spring Creek? Oh, guess what? A little cacti with a little blossom on top that soon will become, you know, the rock of the roll, the medicine of heart and soul, the medicine of clarity, don't you know? Coming forward in this water of love, man. So here to help you from 9,000 feet high above, you know, Grandpa Coyote, take a little sip. Some of this Rocky Mountain High coffee water here, right from the headwaters of love, just for you. And share the inspiring inspiration of the grand opening we get when we take a little sip, okay? Because that's what we're here, baby. To get it clear and to help each other along the way and give us a little hug too, babies. You know, don't neglect the hugs, man. Because if you don't get hugs, you know what you're going to be doing? Next thing you know, you're going to be doing drugs. So Here, let's get it clear. Little sip of Rocky Mountain High, dear, right here. Oh, on the Hazy Radio Network with Grandpa Coyote and a whole raft of angelic friends, and including those coyotes hanging out there outside your window too. You hear them singing to you? Thought so. Now that was a thoughtful sip of water, babies. Coffee water, of course, made with the most extreme kind of love. And we got these days, not only is my coffee organic, fair traded, shade grown, and all of that, but it's also roasted by the sun, man. They got this company out here in Colorado, which is the most progressive state in the Union, of the U.S. of A. anyway. And babies, I'll tell you what, we got it underway with solar roasted coffee. How about that today, eh? Now, don't you wish you were hanging out here with me? Well, you are, baby, and you just had a sip of it, huh? Wasn't that the finest sip of coffee you could ever... Well, now, you think that's something. I just packed a fresh bowl in my little Missouri Meerschaum corncob pipe. What a classy little piece this is. I really love it, man, And it's made out of a corncob. Hell, I think this thing will last me a year or something. Wow, it's just crazy, man. Don't buy the Chinese rip-offs. They don't work very well, man. They burn out, and who knows what kind of chemistry they got in their corncobs. Don't do it. Missouri Meerschaum, you can trust, man, because it's made in Missouri, USA. Shit. We got to have American made these days, China, we love you too, babies, but, you don't know how to make a corncob pipe. I'm sorry, man, and you don't pay your people anything. And, well, who am I to be pointing fingers, eh? Goodness gracious, look what was happening in this day and age here in the U.S. of A., man. Oh, my God, we got it unclear, I'll tell you, dear. So here's to helping it come clear. Hold that one in as long as you can, man. Now I'm talking on the radio, so it only goes so far, don't you know? But guess what? The buzz comes directly to you, cousin. You don't have to smoke anything. Just hold it in and, participate, man, because I share all that I am. Not just highs, but all that I am, all that I are. Right here in this heart, I share every day, openly and expressively and expansively and rock and rolledly too, man, because that's what we do here. And it's a coyote thing, man. We get naked in the sunshine. I could stand up right now, take off all of these clothes, and you wouldn't even know the difference because I'm that naked already. See, I'm bare to the bone, bare to the heart, bare to the very center of my creation, man, so that you can be inspired by that too and be equally as open in your reality, because that's what makes me open, don't you see? You get open, I get open, everybody else gets open. Here we are, just open in the roping pen of life, man, and we're catching the little cavies of love, and we're not taking them down to dehorn them and castrate them and put a brand on them. Hell no. We're taking them down so we can give them a little hug and say, have a happy life, will you? And then we take them over to India and turn them loose because they love cows over there. And maybe they'll all become cowboys and learn how to drive the cows from one pasture to the other, because somehow they just seem to lack the wisdom to do that themselves, Okay, so we're jiving you just a wee bit along the way, means shaking your chain, or, tempting you with the bacon you can never have, stuff like that, man. Where they're like, well, it's coyote medicine through and through, just like Spring Creek is too. That's why the cactus grows there, man. That's a cosmic joke, man, But it's also cosmic clarity in the form of that cacti, I know people in this life that worship through the cacti, Now myself, I'll indulge in that cactus juice every now and then because, well, it's pretty good stuff. And then, helps you remember who you are and travel, to a distant star if you need to that day, or, even a nearby one, eh? In other words, it kind of helps you unravel the mystery of the life you're living, and it really does. It takes it up to the next level, the next step, which is way beyond what you consider fourth dimension. I'm sorry, but, you guys are so backwards sometimes in your silly little beliefs, and you stay in restricted spaces and get comfortable in them. And then you start to say, well, that space place over there got demons and dinosaurs in it, and I don't want to screw with that, you know. Run away from the fourth dimension. Get into the fifth dimension quick, because that's where it was back in the 60s. Remember the singing group, The Fifth Dimension, I'm referring to, you know. It's your life, man, you know, and it's the age of Aquarius and all of that. That's the fifth dimension, man, you know. Talk about harmony, you see. So now we got an opinion about the fifth dimension that says we got to skip the fourth and go right into the fifth. Well, guess what, baby? We've been living fourth dimensionally forever, just, you know, kind of ignoring it, but yet we've been doing it, you know what I mean? Fifth dimension too. I mean, come on, guys. Just because you don't see it right this moment doesn't mean you ain't being it right this moment, let me tell you. And every moment that you live. See, the dimensions exist whether you exist in them or not. They're there, and you're there in them because you're a part of them. You're what gives them dimension. And what is dimension? That's an expansion in experience. An expansion in creation in its experience, you see. It's not a divided thing at all. It's just another level, another way of experiencing our creation. See, now this is suggested to you here in the 3D all around you. I mean, look at your television set. Pure programming. Pure public programming, and not only that now, you know, like we've been telling you for years, the CIA is watching you through the boob tube too, and manipulating and trying to control you, because, see, you're only getting to different levels of the unseen world. It works both ways. There's the high side of it, which is very creative and made of pure love and light and all that good shit, and there's the darker side of it that's, you know, intrigue and skullduggery and, you know, thoughtless mind control that's hidden from you, don't you know, and we're just messing with you and you'll never know. We got you enslaved forever. We're worse than Dick Cheney ever dreamed of being. We're so evil. But you see how much love there is in that evil nastiness? How they love being evil like that? I mean, shit. It's pure love, baby. It's just a warped version of it, you know. But when you see the love in that experience, how much they love being evil, well, the love takes over and there ain't no evil no more. It just washes it all away. I mean, shit. It was just an exercise in futility, nonsense, you know, pure unadulterated nonsense, to tell you the truth. Because, you know, when there's light, there's no darkness. When there's day, there's no night. When there's love, there's no flight from it. You got it. We live in it. Whether, you know, and it's just the way we've been made to think of it and ourselves in it. It's the way we've been made to perceive our experience in it. Right down to that most evil, nasty nature that took such great delight in being darkness. See, it's a densified form of color, but you can't be darkness. You know, I mean, you can materialize things to a point where you don't think the light is going through them, so they create a shadow, right? That's the illusion. That's when you see, that's separation. When you see a shadow, you're living in separation. You're not living in a true form of life. You're living in a place where the streets have no name. The very thing you two tried to get you to see and so long ago that, you know, probably before you were even born now, man. But the music is timeless and conveys the same image always, you know. And that's the multi-dimensional aspect of it. See, that's why you find this, you know, little Spring Creek, this Coyote Medicine show here on the Hazy Radio Network, such a kick in the ass because, you know, we're multi-level, babies, and you don't even have to join Amway to get it. You don't have to put nothing down. Though you can go over to the CoyoteClub.com every now and then and kick a few bucks in. Gee whiz, man. I'm starving up here on this mountain, guys, and our contest is going, you know, fizzle-dizzle. You got to buy some ticks, man. You know, get over there and win big with Grandpa. I extended the deadline over into August, and we'll do this trip in the fall because that's the best time of the year to travel anyway. September is it. And I'll tell you what, babies, you want to get in on this one, and I'll get booking information up there pretty quick. And we got some added additional prizes coming up too. I mean, you know, shit. You know, the Coyote Medicine is constantly changing. And, you know, I don't like to live in the world of money whatsoever. And that's why I don't do so well with it. But at the same time, babies, you know, we do need a little help out every now and then. And we're all in it together. And besides that, I want to have a great time. I want 2 people to win this contest. And I want to fly them down here free of charge and all that good shit. You know what I mean? I want this to be the greatest trip we could ever journey on, you know? And, you know, I mean, I can sit here and dream it up and put shit up on the website and everything, but till you guys are, you know, participating in the reality of it, well, it ain't real until you buy a few ticks. Now, I know some of you might think, oh, God, that's gambling. That's disagreeable dark energy. And well, listen, just remember, we're a rock and roll medicine show. It's a charity drawing, don't you know? And we're a charity, man, you know. We're like, you know, a humanitarian association. An association of your heart, don't you know, bringing forth clarity, a multi-dimensional reality so you can expand into it all the time here, Monday through Friday. I work myself tirelessly. It wasn't that long ago. I'm right on the edge of death. Just got out of some stupid-ass operation I let myself get into. Surgery, I mean. You know, and I'm like hanging on the edge, but as soon as I can, I'm back on the radio and the YouTube and so forth, letting you know it is rock and roll, and I'm okay, and I'm coming back, and babies, don't you worry about it. We're going to get even better now because, you know, we went and did it again, and every time we do that, go to that edge, well, we always come back a little more alive than dead, see? That's why we play that game. Gosh, I got, you know, this coyote medicine's okay. You know, I mean, I've learned a lot. I've really compressed and expanded myself both, you know. But at the same time, a lot, too. You try that one, oh, you're doing it. Okay. Can't brag anymore. You guys are ahead of me now, baby. Well, that's beautiful. I love it. I'm glad you are, man. Shit. You know, I don't mind lagging behind a little bit. I've always been a bit of a lollygagger when I can get away with it. That's why in my middle years, I changed my CB handle to rocking chair, because I'm just the kind that likes to do that right in the middle, and then everybody else take care of business for me. And if anybody gets busted, it ain't me. It's you, baby. You're going down. But see, you did it for me, so you'll be rewarded on the other side, see? Just like you get from the Catholics and the Christians and shit. You know what I mean, Jelly Bean? But you got to die to get there. Oh, that's a cruel, disharmonious joke. The worst kind, man. The worst kind. Make you put up with misery and suffering on this side so you can get to paradise on the other side. Oh, babies. I mean, you know, who's been, you're the same ones voted for the billionaire that's going to save you from the billionaires, right? Yeah, I thought so. Well, it's all coyote medicine, and guess what? No matter which way it goes, it all leads in the same direction. That's the ultimate joke. So even though we find what's going on back there in D.C. right now really, really, really disagreeable, like a Nazi world is coming, we also know that that's just part of the growth we're going through right now. It'll burst like a little bubble when its time is over, and it won't be long now at all, you know. Guys, just, you know, pay attention to your personal growth, your personal heart. Stay loving. Support Standing Rock, which is back there in Washington, D.C. today and tomorrow, and doing some marches and some camping out. You know, send your heart energy there. If you can't put your presence there, my presence is there in the mystical way, of course, you know, because I can't move my physicality from this reality because I'm still in recovery from all that surgery. But look at me, man. I give, because I love it. And then I don't expect nothing in return. I really don't, other than, you know, your love and your respect. And I get all of that and more and then some. I love it. So don't ever think I'm ever complaining, because I'm not. I'm showing my gracious gratitude right now. I'm telling you thank you, and kissing you on the forehead and on the cheek and, you know, maybe a little bit on the neck if you'll let me, okay? Oh, Grandpa, just teasing you a little bit, okay? But see, we got to do that. Keep ourselves underway as part of the coyote spunkiness, you know. You have to rattle each other's chain lightly every now and then. You know, don't go the dark way and say, oh, you stupid, you know what? You could have been doing blah, blah, blah if you'd have done blah, blah. And if you'd have done blah, blah, you could have been blah, blah, blah. Don't you know? Ah! No, don't do that, okay? Do it this way. Wow, I like what you've become. And geez, what I see coming on is like, wow, darling, whatever you're doing it right. Just keep going, baby, you know, or something like that. Just always be encouraging of one another, you know. And always see that don't do it phonily now. Do it because you mean it. And if you don't mean it, don't say it. Just get out of the way. You know, if you can't be helpful, just get out of the way. You know, that's the way I play. You know, and it's true with people and dogs and everybody. If I can't be helpful, I just get out of the way. You know, and get it underway, you know, and keep it going for me, man, you know. And, you know, I know how flows go, you know. There's times in the stream of life where flows come alongside of each other, man, they're perfectly matched and going through all the same machinations together and everything, and then one flows off that way and one flows off that way. But eventually they come back together because we're all in the same stream of life. And we're all flowing in the same direction. It's the same love, and every little stream is flowing. No matter which way it's going, the big stream is headed for the ocean, and that's where we're all going, see? But we do swirl around and eddy up and go over waterfalls, and that was so much fun. We got to go back there and become a raindrop, plant ourselves on the mountain again real quick so we can experience that again. That waterfall was awesome, man. You know? And so you can't kill yourself when you're a raindrop, because you're a part of the great stream, the great flow. So you can go over a waterfall and don't hurt you. Water does that all the time, man. It's pretty dramatic, ain't it? Yeah. See, it's about living life at different levels. It's about understanding beyond this stupid ass 3D with its IRS and its CIA and its, you know, who knows who is who and what's really going on here. It's all veneer. It's all shades and shadows and, you know, oh, you're going to get dead if you go that way, but if you go this way, you might, you know, et cetera, et cetera. It's all intrigue and mystery unraveling itself. Well, that's why we allowed ourselves to get into it. We like a good mystery every now and then, but not all the time, see? So we've done the time. Now, just like any other thing, you know, you only get sentenced for so long, you know, and now we step out of it. Now we go on our little, it's not parole, it's not probation, it's graduation. We're free, babies, you know, and not only that, we got educated while we were locked up here in this little prison of life. Weren't we, Okie? We got it together now. I appreciate you watching out for us out there, man. Thanks for keeping a sharp eye out there, dude. You are just so cool, man. Isn't he just the light of your life? He's the light of mine, I'll tell you what. Well, to a certain extent, I mean, you know, we're all, you know, of course, in it together, and each person plays their parts, you know. And he gets to be the dog, and I get to be the guy, and you get to be the girl, and, you know, cowgirl, I mean, and etc. I mean, you know, wow. Are we doing all right now? I thought so, man. You know, this coyote medicine is like a fresh drink of water day after day, Monday through Friday, here on that radio network we call Hazy. You want to get it clear, dear? Tune in here. But just like everything, it's kind of addicting. You gotta, you know, you gotta be ready and you gotta tune in just right at just the right time. But follow the flow of your heart, man. You get just exactly what you need. Even if you only tune in for 10 minutes a day and 4 hours tomorrow, when I'm only on for 3, that's a pretty good trick, baby. But you can do that, don't you know? Extend the show as long as you want it to play. Inside yourself, inside your reality. You are creation. Try it and see.